Hello, Albert.
There are two Fatmas. They're talking to each other.
I have to do something about this because my goodness.
If you've got one muted and you probably, whatever that is, you've probably got to kill the output volume as well.
Okay, let me try now. It works, right?
Sounds great.
Okay.
No echo.
No, the same issue. They told me that they need to reset my computer to fix the microphone, but I never had time to back up my device. So I'm using two devices all the time.
You work for the public schools, Fatma. You're never going to have the best equipment. It's like when I was part of the Department of Defense.
Yeah.
We never had good equipment, just adequate.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me, I gotta grab some supplies. Be right back. All right. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Doing well, thank you. I'm a little, got a little cold, probably from my wife. So she's been sick for a few days. I usually don't catch things from her, but this time I did. So.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm observing Ramadan, and it's just a couple of last days, and it has been very difficult without coffee, food. This schedule is messed up, so I am handling that. Friday we have the festival, so
excellent. Now, do you take naps to try and aid with it? I know that the rare times in my life when I have fasted, it helps to take a nap at some point.
Yes, so because I go to the office every day. Today I just didn't go to the office, but I'm supposed to go to office every day. So I set up a system in the car that whenever the lunch break starts, I just go take a quick nap, and it helps.
Yeah. I remember when I was training soldiers in the Iraqi army, the Iraqi army were not the greatest Muslims on earth, by and large. So, but they would all have to maintain appearances. So I know that, and a lot of them were quite lazy. So they would, when we would want to go out on patrol, they would use Ramadan as an excuse. Like, oh, I'm so tired of fasting. Meanwhile, you're like, I saw you eating a Snickers bar in the barracks like an hour ago. Like, you're not fasting. Come on now. So anyway, but yeah, they would A, use it as an excuse, or B, some of them were devout and were observant, and those that weren't had to kind of maintain appearances for those that were. So publicly they would say, oh, I'm fasting.
To get the credit, huh? And then
yeah,
it's just the sleep. We have to wake up like 4:30 to eat a light breakfast. And just because you're waking in the middle of the night, you want to also worship a little bit, because in our religion, worshiping in the middle of the night is very valuable. So it's just, and then the dinner time is so late, 8 p.m. And then you have to eat in 15 minutes because you need to put the kids in bed and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. So you excited for the escape room? Have you ever done this before?
No. I have actually never played escape room. I heard about it, but I'm so excited. I don't know why is nobody signing up for these amazing classes. I'm so curious.
Yeah, we're supposed to have more. I think there were Esther said there were 4 signed up for this. I don't think you count twice. I swear Esther and I did not plan to wear the same t-shirt today. This just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah, wonderful. I was thinking, are they going to give us any t-shirt for the conference, Inspire conference?
Yes, they will.
Most likely. Denver last year, we gave out a t-shirt at registration when you got your badge. Trying to think, they always give out some kind of swag. It is not always a t-shirt, but it is always some kind of swag.
Right.
Yeah. So last year was t-shirt and water bottle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the collapsible one.
Mm-hmm.
Those are pretty cool.
One year
So
I got a swell bottle. Another year I got, well, actually that was a speaker gift. Never mind. Different every year. I have zero idea what the swag is for this year.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, last year it was a collapsible water bottle, which was kind of cool because then it's like you can dump it and kind of crush it into your bag for when you're going through airport security when you're leaving.
Yep.
And then refill it at the water fountain.
Quite convenient.
I think we have any participants.
Oh, we've got another one. Joni, how are you? Esther, I don't think I have boss mode enabled on this meeting because unless it's hidden and I can't find it, I don't see the breakout rooms command.
This has been an ongoing problem with Teams. So it's because you are not one of the organizers of the events.
Ah.
That said, still, even sometimes the organizers are not able to create the breakout room. So let me quickly ping Michelle and see if she can fix that for us.
Okay. Are you able to create breakout rooms?
I am not.
Neat. Neither one of us is in charge. This is
Neither
we're off
one
to
of
a
us is
ripper
in
start.
charge. This is beautiful.
Pamela, how are you?
Course materials aren't supposed to be available to us because when I wanted to download the materials, it never let me. It keeps giving me an error. Is it on purpose?
That is not on purpose. We really would like you to have the course materials. In fact, it's
I
kind of
thought
super
maybe
important.
it's supposed to be surprise questions, so we don't prepare ourselves in advance. So maybe therefore it keeps giving me an error.
Yeah, see if that is that the same link that you already have?
I was trying to download it from the Learning Market, but let me see if this is going to work.
Yeah, try downloading it from that link instead.
Yeah, this one works. It's a zip file, so I'm downloading.
Awesome. Yeah, Joni and Pamela, if you don't have those that zip file downloaded, please click that link, download that, and if you want to open the escape room start file, which is the workflow you're going to be working through today.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. I will let you know about the breakout rooms as we go along and learn.
And are we supposed to, yeah, I think you said 4 registered.
Yeah, I'm just checking who we are still missing. So again, give me another moment.
Okay.
I think Madge from my team might have registered, but I don't know if she can make it. So that's who we're waiting on. I don't know if she can attend.
What team is that, just out of curiosity, Pamela?
Manulife or John Hancock.
Oh, cool. Okay. And Joni, who are you with?
She's also on the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
I was on the Manulife John Hancock.
Good. Great to have you.
Yeah, we're actually in the process of coordinating our own escape room for the finance team. So we wanted to do it ourselves before we scheduled it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Gilan De La Rosa is the other person.
Okay.
So I don't know if you are able to ping them or not internally.
If we wind up starting with 3, Esther, do you think we just do a plenary session with
I
3?
think we would do a plenary session and work
Yeah.
through the challenge together, and then everyone wins.
Cool.
Sorry for the background noise for just a moment. My headphones were underneath my computer. Okay, while we're waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and exit and re-enter the meeting and try something else. Just give me one moment.
Okay. Pamela and Joni, where are you located?
The
So
Boston
we're
office.
both, yeah, part of the Boston office. I'm actually in Connecticut though.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Fatma, correct me if I'm wrong, is with the Houston Public Schools?
Yes, yes, it's in
Yeah.
Houston. It's called Harmony Public Schools.
Oh, nice.
Okay, gotcha.
Great.
I'm remote out of North Carolina, and Esther is remote out of New York City. Okay, so everyone's got the files downloaded. I suppose we can probably just start launching into admin stuff.
Yep.
Okay, good. What's just out of curiosity, I know I've been teaching a lot of these classes to Fatma. What's Joni and Pamela, what's your experience with Alteryx like?
So I actually run the Alteryx COE within Manulife.
Nice.
So pretty, I wouldn't say expert or experienced, but I have experience building workflows and familiar with the server, et cetera.
I'm new to Pam's team, so I have my core certification.
Cool.
But still onboarding and learning more as I go.
Yeah. Core certification is pretty much all you need to ace this particular event. There's some very simple spatial stuff in there, but yeah. What's up, Esther? You are on mute. Or just sound no-worky.
No, the sound is working. If we do want to use breakout rooms, I can spin up another team meetings. I think we could actually work in plenary with 3 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's no reason to wait 10 minutes for a fourth to show up. It's not golf.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, folks, we are glad that you're all here. This is a new one for us. All right, we got 20 chiming in on chat. Okay. Well, I will launch into the intro, and we'll see if we have to stop for any admin or conduct things. So welcome to Race to Crack the Case. This is a virtual escape room challenge. So this is going to put your analytic skills to the test, less so if you are an Alteryx expert, but still speed and efficiency are of the essence here, especially if you want to get your name on the leaderboard as far as the best times. We're very excited to have you with us today. My name is Albert Bellamy. I am a customer training instructor. My boss, Esther, is with us as well. And we will be helping to make sure that you have exactly what you need throughout the event, give you a little nudge in the direction of the right answer if it comes to that, but you'll just be on autopilot and cranking through the problems and the storyline that we have for you today. So in today's event, assuming that 3 is what we have, you are going to be a team of 3, and you're going to work together as a team of 3 to solve a series of analytics puzzles. Your team, for the purpose of this exercise, is not just any team. It is a professional car racing team, indeed, the McLaren team that is partners with Alteryx. You've just arrived at the racetrack in Colorado for the next Grand Prix, and there's just one problem. When you arrive, you realize that someone has stolen the team's race car. I'm not a racing fan, but I imagine that's probably a bad thing. So it's time to get down to business. Before you can enter and win this race, you and your teammates need to figure out who the thief is and find the stolen car before the race begins. So we will be investigating the case of the missing race car. And in order to solve this case, surprise, surprise, you will be using Alteryx and a bunch of super cool data and all of the tools that you've learned, or maybe haven't learned, maybe will learn today, in order to solve this case. So in order to prep, blend, parse, and filter fast enough, you will need to have Alteryx Designer installed and booted up with the workflow ready to go. I know everyone's downloaded the files. Does everyone have the starter workflow open?
I have the workflow open.
So we are going to need your feedback on that, please.
I was opening it.
I'm just going to let it get awkward.
Yep, I have it open.
Okay, good. Thank you. So was that Pamela that answered that?
Yes.
Pamela, are you the expert?
I mean, yes, but
between the two of
I
you.
said I'm no expert, but yeah.
Oh, no expert. Well, that's generally
More
what people
than most,
that know what
yeah.
they're doing say. So yeah, you've reached the Dunning-Kruger part where you have cognizance of how much you don't know, which is pretty much where I am too. Okay. So there's not going to be any breakout rooms. One of you needs to be the driver, pun intended. And so Pamela, if you'd like to do that, or Fatma, if you would like to do that, whoever is the driver that's actually going to be running the interface, you are going to share your screen.
I think I'm gonna let Pamela go for this time.
Okay. It's
No
probably a good idea
pressure.
because just outside of the play of the problem, Pamela and Joni are planning to run one of their own. So
Yep.
yeah, getting the more hands-on. Fatma, you can definitely. Everyone should be running the workflow on their machines.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Okay. And so the driver, Pamela, you'll be sharing your screen with the interface and the website.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Okay. I'm actually going to give you the link to the website here in the chat.
Oh, okay.
And you're gonna need to, here we go. If you can go to that website and we will start getting logged in as the team, your other 2 teammates should run Designer on their machines and focus on that.
Okay.
Hopefully it's English. If not,
I know I was going to say.
If not, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. The password is PW123.
Can you repeat
Very
it?
complicated. Security is of the highest order here.
Was it uppercase?
Lowercase. I'm not sure if it's matters, but
Okay.
I have lowercase.
There we go.
All righty. So pick a team name as clever as you like, as silly as you like, as mundane as you like. earlier today, I test drove this thing, pun intended, and I named my team admin. So super fun.
Anyone have any suggestions?
Are we putting the same team name or are we just picking a name for us?
Fatma, you should have designer open.
I do
So
have the-
Pamela's going to run the
Oh,
interface.
okay.
You run designer and be
Okay.
working through the problems.
I see. So I'm not going to go
Yeah.
to the website, right?
Correct.
No.
Okay. Got it.
That is my bad. I was not super clear about that.
Mm.
If you just want to make it John Hancock, Pamela, that would be fine, I'm sure.
Sure.
So if you do get one of the, fastest scores, this is the team name that will be shown in the
Okay.
leaderboard.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty
so-
cool for
Not to
us.
add any pressure.
Yeah. All right.
We have all grown women here. So with teenagers or an all male team, you sometimes got to worry that there's going to be some weird team names. But anyway, okay. Whichever appearance you'd like. This doesn't really reappear again until the final score is posted. So if you'd like something that looks somewhat like you or something that looks like a
Cool.
sleuth,
Yeah.
there you go. You got the
Anyone
Magnum PI
opposed?
there.
That sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so everyone's got the files. You can just go ahead and click OK. So, yeah, and that is reiterating some of the things that I've said. You're missing your race car, and that's a problem. All right. So what it is from here, as you can see from the interface, you have 4 rooms. If you look at your workflow, you also have clues and parts of the workflow that correspond to those 4 rooms.
Okay.
And so what you're going to have to do is go through each of these rooms. In order to get through a room, you have to answer the questions or find the clues or do whatever. So if you move your cursor around that room, you're going to find various things you can look at. You're going to find some interface items that are going to ask you some questions. And it's up to you to figure out what's important and what is going to help you crack the case.
And so how does this relate to the Alteryx workflow? Like, should we be doing room 1 now?
Yes, so it's going to
Okay.
go left to right. It's going to go in a nice organized fashion. So what I would do is one or both of the assistants here
Okay.
can go ahead and read what it says in the workflow. It's going to kind of guide you through. So if you look at
Okay.
that room 1, clue 1, it's going to say step 1, input crew member list countries.
Okay.
Step 2, input car access. So between the workflow and the instructions in there, and then the things that you have to find on the website,
Okay.
you got to figure out how to get through these rooms.
Okay.
Okay. So I just do the input and then I guess I can run it and see what that looks.
Yep. So work through that, work with each other. Share your insights when you start to get some answers, share them amongst each other, figure out where you plug in those answers.
So it looks like on the workflow, there's an image. You see like that black screen on the left-hand side to the right of the race car?
Yep.
Let's see what,
Use Alteryx Designer, find the number of crew members, enter the result here.
Okay, so do we just answer do we want to take turns to answer each question? What do you guys think?
should
If
that
someone,
kind
If,
of- I
or
think-
we can just confirm if there's a conflict.
yeah,
I
I think
found
that would be good.
4,895.
That's what I have as well.
okay, perfect. Success.
Excellent.
Great
Well
job.
done.
Okay. So we're still in room 1, clue 2.
It looks like the second piece is the door.
Okay.
Now we can click on that.
Narrow down the suspects. How many crew members had access to the car? Enter the result in the first box.
Looks like that we're going to be doing a filter on that piece.
$430.
30.
But I think now next we need to answer how many of them are from Switzerland, right?
So Eliza mentioned
Right.
crew members from this nation were acting suspicious. How many crew
Mhm.
members from this nation are there? Yeah, does it say Switzerland in the workflow?
That's the answer.
I
after
believe
the-
it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
the
so-
answer after the join, I guess.
So 430 had access to the car, and then how many were from Switzerland?
112.
112.
Okay, you're both good with 430 and 112?
So yeah.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Good job, you're making progress. You narrowed down the possible suspects. According to new intel, the thief purchased at least 2 engines for the race car. Continue the investigation in the auto parts store. There's a list of purchases.
So we just expand room 2, then it will be like a separate input, it looks like.
The first thing you need to find out is the number of crew members who have shopped here.
Looks like you'd use the crew purchases data.
Is it 2,678?
Yes, I have the same number.
Nice. Nice.
We clicked on.
Here's a question to make sure that you are using Alteryx Designer correctly. Which garage ID can be associated with Fred Perez? Hint, use the search function in the results window on a join tool.
I have garage ID 106.
I couldn't, my search didn't result anything. Are you guys in the room 2 container, the second room 2 container? On the
Yes,
workflow?
I joined the crew member list with the crew purchase data by the crew member ID. And then once those 2 joined, I did a search for Fred Perez. And it says that he is located in garage ID 106.
Okay, so I think Yes, 106. Yes, now I got it.
Okay. Okay, and there's another clue in this room. Which I think it's over here. Yeah. Okay. Please export a list of crew members you are certain are innocent. We shouldn't waste their time any longer. How many crew members are innocent?
What makes them innocent?
Excellent question.
Hmm.
Did it happen at a certain garage number? The car was stolen from a certain garage ID number?
Was this on the
Okay, how many suspects purchased 2 or more engines for the stolen car type? I think that's what we need to investigate.
this is I don't know where this comes in the workflow, but yeah, let's make it even shorter. How many suspects purchased 2 or more engines for the stolen car type? Oh, do we know the stolen car type? Oh, it says in the workflow they bought an engine. Let me just see if there's anything else to click on in here.
There's like the box, which we've already looked at. I'm just looking at what the workflow has. The computer we've looked at.
Yep, that we already did. Let me just make sure there's nothing else on here. Yeah, the computer has just order information.
I think, is it all of the crew members that don't have a garage ID? So when we did the join, I'm just looking at the instructions here. It says we join the crew purchases data and then the crew member list to get the join of those, and then the output outer join. We need to output that to a YXDB called not these crew members.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe it's those. So is it 391 of them that wouldn't? Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure. I don't know. Does that make sense?
If it's saying not these crew members,
Would it be possible to you show us how did you handle that box? I couldn't do that box, which was titled "Who made the purchase?"
So that was the one where we got the three, the original, the 2287 to find Fred Perez. With that join function, we took the crew purchase data and then joined it against the crew member list. So in that join, we found Fred Perez. So I think that number on the right only was the number that I was looking at, is maybe that's the number of crew members that are innocent. Were you able to do that join between the?
Nope, I'm stuck with that box. I think because they didn't put the tool there, right? Do I need to bring another join there? Because we already have a purple join at the top, which is connecting the crew purchases data Excel file with the previous join button, right?
So the way I did it was slightly different. I just joined the crew member list directly with the crew purchase data. But I think
Is that okay if I share my screen for 1 second so you guys can point my mistake?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
sure.
Yeah,
I have
go ahead and do that.
All right, here is my screen. You see that? So I think, did I just bring these not correctly?
So it's
Doing crew purchases data Excel, which is this one, with the car access YXDB, which I brought here.
what is the result of the first join you have? Does that one work?
This one from this box.
Okay. And it's a V string. And then the crew purchases one, that one looks like it's correctly coming in too. Is one of them like a V string and one of them a double, or are they're both V strings, it looks like.
Is your also select on this box? It is just a bundle like this.
Yes, mine is right now.
Okay. So when I look at this one, this is V string, and no, they're matching. Okay, maybe if you show me what you did in this box, I can just figure it out. I can stop sharing.
And I just had to update this. I think
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on mine so that I can help.
Okay. Let me share my screen really quick. And let me just run my workflow and see if this works.
Okay, yes.
Okay. It's basically doing what I thought this would do. Okay, so it looks like if I do join these two, it does not work, but this is member ID, crew member ID. Let me just change it. Okay.
So
Okay, so let me just back you up real quick. I should have said this to begin with. You don't need to, nor should you, add any tools to the canvas that aren't already there.
that's what I was gonna ask because I don't have
Okay.
any of those joins. So
That was so that's bad
Oh,
on
that's
me.
good to know.
Yeah, the
so-
joins are the tools that you need are there. It's just figuring out what to connect in and how to configure.
Oh, okay.
So let me give you one more thing. And let me ask, are any of the three of you used to using SQL?
Very basic.
Yeah,
Okay.
basic.
Okay, but you understand the join terminology in SQL is obviously not exactly the same in Alteryx.
Yep.
Okay. So if you read the instructions, remember the difference between an inner join and an outer join, and then look at that clue 2 and 3 and read again what it's asking you to do.
Join crew purchases data to inner join.
So with whoever is the not included in the crew purchases data, just make join isn't worked earlier.
So-
because inner join is the join button, right?
Mhm.
In the middle one.
Yep.
And then, but for the outer join, whichever don't match, right?
Right?
First
So the
one.
left and right.
So
Yeah.
which one of those matches what the question is asking?
Mm.
The outer join of crew purchases data. So whichever side is, let's see, not including that. So I guess it just depends on how you set up your join. Right, if you, depending on if you have it coming in the left or right. Just redo this so I can have my piece straight.
Yeah, and I believe in the default workflow, one of the ends of the join is preset for you.
Okay, that makes sense of why this may not. I added my own tool.
You can also, there are clues in the rooms that will ding your score by a little bit. But if you're stuck and you want to look at one of the clues, go ahead and click it.
Do we want a clue or we
Yeah.
think we can, hold on, let me just see.
I think I just
So-
have to run this.
It's the light bulb in the upper right corner.
Okay, I don't think we want to do that yet.
Cool. Up to you.
Not yet. I just got my.
String fields can only be joined up.
I have that same error. The string fields can only be joined to other string fields.
Yeah.
Okay, I can share my screen again. I may. Um, um, so here we linked the crew purchases data and the crew member listing from over here. And I guess one question, when we say to join purchase data, does that just mean the raw data file right now, like the summation of what we did in the room one?
You skipped some steps there.
Okay, so let me redo that really quick. I deleted those.
Yeah, because you put your join in the first box. It's supposed to be like you don't need to move any of the tools, nor add nor subtract.
Okay.
Fatma, do you want to bring up your workflow? Like someone else that was doing it from the start? I think that's because you tried to catch up after the fact.
Okay, so I think we are all caught up to this way.
Mhm.
We all changed the address column to zip codes, city. So this is done. That was it.
Now,
for-
just to help you out,
Mhm.
at some point you deleted a connection that was built on the workflow to start with, so that in the room 1 clue 2, that join tool that you have configured already, the J anchor
Yeah.
should be connected to the left anchor of that next join tool.
Okay.
That's built for you in the workflow for a reason. Yeah.
I just think
Yep, you got it.
Now go ahead.
Okay, so join crew purchases data,
Mhm.
which is this one right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna
Yeah,
join.
it's worded somewhat inartfully. Join it from the select tool.
Okay.
I
So
as you guys were struggling with that a little bit, it probably won't be catastrophic if you did it from the input data, but
okay.
I think we need
So
to
if we bring these
tweak that.
together, and
Yep.
then they want to inner join, so it already recognizes that crew member ID is the common identifier. So when I run this now, this is the inner join result, right? On the J anchor. This is
Yep.
the inner join result. Join this and car access. So they also want the car access join with them, right?
What did the instructions say?
Join crew purchases data to inner join all crew member list and car access. Okay.
I think that inner join, the join to inner join of those two, I think that was the one that was already done for us, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
think we have our join good. And so now output the outer join, which would be
Okay.
the
Okay.
right,
So I
or
think we're
however you have
trying
it
to
set up.
here we're trying to identify who did not buy a car, right? On the left join, there is nobody. Right join, these are the people who don't have access to a car, right?
People on the right, because they don't have access to they're not a crew member. Like, is that
You're on a good path.
So on the join, we have the crew members who also have access to the car, right? But I feel like they just want us to output this right anchor. Is that correct? So
Right, that's what I think, yeah.
think,
So that's
yeah.
people who had access to the car but did not purchase.
is that what they no? They want a output, not
Those
these
people
crew
who
members YXDB. So I think they want a YXDB. Does it allow me to copy and paste the name here? Not these. So for this output,
And so are we saying these are the innocent crew members? Or
according to them, I think to make the list shorter.
okay,
Mm.
so how many are on that?
Is it correct? 2,500, that's too many.
That's what I have. But wasn't the original list too?
Yeah,
Uh,
7 something?
Okay, so that's good. We're narrowing it down. Should I try that? 2566?
You're right, 489, you're right. So I think 2,566.
2566.
Can
Okay,
you share
that's
your
right. Let me.
screen for the
Yeah.
website?
Excellent. So
Yeah.
Pamela, if you share your screen again.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it worked.
Excellent work.
Yay.
Good collaboration.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
So we got that one. Is everyone's workflow updated now?
Yes.
Okay.
I just restarted it because I deleted too much. Sorry.
Okay, perfect.
All up to date now.
So now room 2, clue 2, and this is the computer. So, okay, let's make it even shorter. How many suspects purchased 2 or more engines for the stolen car type?
Are you reading the instructions? It helps if you work out loud.
I'm just at the summarization part now.
Excellent. Keep talking to each other.
Okay, I just finished the summarization. Mm,
Is everyone good through the summarize and filter? Maybe we can talk through the joins because that seems
Yes.
to be our
Yes.
struggle.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. For the
So it says join parts transactions, which is what we just did. So I'm assuming our filtered version of that.
yeah, I got 429 records on the true part of the filter.
On the true part of the filter. 429, so did I.
Okay.
So if we join that with one side and then connect it to the inner join of the previous clue.
Is that what? Okay. I am always struggling to understand your join requirements.
Mm.
Right.
So I think it's helpful if you click on the actual tool and it shows you like let me just drag this up quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's saying from the previous clue, and it's helpful to look at the pictures to say this is the inner join, and actually it says it when you hover over it. And then these are the outer like unjoined. So I'm assuming because this says to the inner join of the previous clue that we would use the join from this.
And then group by crew member ID. I think it. And then deselect the right crew member ID. So we only have
Which
one.
I might have too many crew IDs on here, but I
I
maybe
think I
did.
do as well.
I don't think I deselected it from this one. Deselect right crew member ID. Right crew member ID. Let me just rerun this.
Yeah, because I have like left right crew member ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That deselect is mostly just a housekeeping item. If you are
Okay.
joining on that as the primary key for each join, which you have so far,
Okay.
it should remain consistent. There's
It
no,
should be fine. Okay.
you'll just have a bunch of fields saying the exact same thing. So,
Okay. And then
housekeeping
it
step.
just says to deselect again. But okay, so from here,
Yes.
once
I
everyone
got
has that
37. Yeah.
join,
I
does
have
everyone have
37.
37?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's try that. Nice. Ooh, return to the office and inspect the existing documents. Okay, and this is the laptop. So we want to find, in which city are most of the crew members staying?
Mm.
Okay, and so again, it's
Okay.
saying inner join. So we're going to select the join.
No,
J.
are you working on the workflow?
I have it
Yes,
on my other screen, yeah, to follow along.
Yes. The next one opens up with a lot of new tools.
Yep.
I think we change that to vstring, the garage ID, and then we bring in a new garage ID file, garage locations.
Mm.
This is my first time working with the spatial
I was going to say
tool
mine
before.
too.
I have no idea. Then maybe while you guys are doing, do you think you can share screen? Because I was not, I didn't put myself into the spatial data.
If you follow the instructions, it spells it out pretty well.
Yep.
If you get to something that you don't understand, just say it out loud and we'll talk
Ask
through it.
us.
So is it the inner join that we join with the spatial to equal points for the?
Yeah, I'm still doing the join quickly. Join garage and select tool output on garage and deselect garage ID.
Lat. That EIT ion is. Does that mean the inner join? I feel like I haven't seen this type of language. Science.
Oh, okay. So it says create points for crew members. Use
Oh,
the
latitude,
browse
longitude.
tool and select the map tab to see.
Okay. Can I share my workflow to understand this part?
Mm-hmm.
So this is my join, right on the join. After the join, did you guys also have 37 records? Because I changed this to vstring, garage ID, and then input garage locations.
Yep.
You join them, and on the output, I deselect right garage.
Yep.
Now, this is where this tool, I've never used this. Now it says, create points for crew members. They should use the browse tool and select the map tab to see spatial points. This is the browse tool.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is this one map called? Is this the map? Browse.
Yeah, that's the spatial one, so we'll have to join it. I just don't know which output of the join garage locations and select tool output on garage ID and deselect create points.
It never hurts to just check and see what you've output. So
Yep.
just click on all your output anchors and
See what's there.
Output anchors from your join tool.
Right. There's
Yeah, 'cause
nothing
with
running through
join-
your spatial tool right now, your create points tool.
Oh, we joined something that says garage lat and then garage longitude. So we have the latitude and longitude. It's like the last two anchors. Let's see. So if you do the drop down menu of those in the X field and Y field, it looks like we, when we joined the garage location data in, we got some coordinates. The
But I
very
also think from
bottom.
that join tool, Fatma, if you click on like that J output anchor that you're connecting to after
Yes.
you run it, I don't think there's anything on there. Oh, mine didn't have anything.
I had 37. I think I have
Did I
the
not do
same
that
as
right?
you, Fatma.
So we need browse tool to.
Oh, I joined on the wrong fields.
we need browse tool to configure create points tool. Is that how it works?
So I think you need to
So
update the X and Y fields, and then you
the
join it to the browse.
the spatial tools will not show you a map. The spatial tools will work and create points and create polygons and all sorts of routes and all sorts of cool stuff. This is super basic. We're just creating points on a map here, but the tools themselves will not show you the map. The browse
Right.
tool shows you the
The
map.
browse tool. So that's why it's saying to use the browse tool. When you use the browse tool, you'll be able to find that map.
Then we need to connect this browse tool to something to be able to see the map, right?
Yeah, I think the
Correct.
spatial
Spatial
tool.
tool.
Yeah.
Or
would-
it's the output of the spatial tool?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Oh, create points for crew members rotation. Use the browse tool and select the map tab. Map tab. This is the map tab. To see spatial points, use them.
So expand your configuration pane out just a little bit because there's an important thing you're gonna miss. Okay, so see that little where it says no base map?
Yes.
Click that drop down and just pick anything. It doesn't matter.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this
There
is
you go.
nice. I like
It actually shows you
Oh,
the-
so back to our original question. In which city are most of the crew members staying? I'm assuming.
switch.
No, I don't need to configure anything else. So use the profile tab. This is the profile tab. Okay, use the profile tab to see frequency tables. For example, you can see how many times each city is listed under the city column.
Oh, yes. Is there's the city on there? Because we need, it's either Denver, New York, Los Angeles, or Phoenix, which based on that map, I'm going to assume it was Denver.
Denver,
You did make a city field earlier.
Oh, perfect. So Denver, right?
Mhm. Change field name sensory to crew member. Where is this one? So here, is this how we change the name over here, or no? It's from the select tool. So go here, and they say change field name.
It's like a
Search for
12 people in Denver,
Yes.
12% in Denver, or 12 people in Denver. Well,
crew
Okay.
member.
So are we good with Denver? Let me share my screen again. Okay. So in which city are most of the crew members staying? Denver?
Yes.
Denver.
Good job. Okay. Change field names. Oh no. This one has a lot. Find possible locations of the car.
I mean, can someone please share screen here? There's a lot of green tools that I don't know how to use on this container.
So we can maybe go through this one by one. So create points for garage.
Okay, create points for garage lawn. Use the browse tool.
Background map to see spatial point. So we run it through.
Let me see what the question is on this one, the notes paper. How many suspects staying within a 1,000-mile radius of a garage where they ordered car parts to?
Oh, I think I missed. So I think that we just select the garage lat and garage lawn as our X field and Y field. Yes. In the spatial tool, I think there's
Yep.
So I just selected those.
Yep.
I think I did that too early before, but it's still, and then look at the browse
Use
tool.
and select background map to see spatial. points. Change field names.
Is background map just what we were looking at before? Is there a special way to select that? These spatial points.
I don't know what background map is.
Not sure either. I don't see.
Explore your browse. That's the last hint I'll give. And I do need to jump for another call. You've been doing beautifully.
Thanks for your help.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
everyone.
You too.
Select background map.
What is the question? It's how many subjects stay within a
1,000 mile
mile
radius.
Actually, let me see. I'm just going to move on to the next step really
Yeah,
quickly.
I
just
think
to
that
see.
I'm assuming map and background map are the same thing to just see the points.
Right.
Calculate distance between crew member centroid and garage centroid. What distance?
I recommend somebody bring up their share their designer screen.
I can show mine too. I want to leave that on that screen.
I can just drag it up. So I'm just at the crew member centroid and garage centroid, and then browse to see.
The first selection is crew member, and then the point is the garage, and then
I'm assuming.
see return distance.
And filter distance.
Run and see what happens. One.
Oh, I didn't get anything out of that.
Can you show me your configuration on the first spatial tool? Yeah, that green one. So that green one.
I didn't get anything either.
Did you type the X field?
No, I selected it. It's this, it said here points for garage lat and garage lawn. So, which I actually have these backwards. So we're checking that.
I did that the first time too.
Okay. So
Okay, I
that's
did
what
it
they
They will
wrong.
generally default correctly if they're abbreviated normally. So you shouldn't, usually when you do a create points tool, it's best just to check that Alteryx has figured correctly.
I wonder,
So-
okay, so point, let me see, do I have anything now? Oh, I have
I
4.
have 4. Yep,
Okay.
me too.
Can
I had it next.
Fatma,
look up-
are you good
yeah.
with yours? You want to share your screen?
Yeah, let me, because I need your help. I never use these tools, so 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys see my screen now, right? So on the very first one, it's the garage lawn and garage lets, and the first radio button will be selected, right? And then on the select field, change field name. This one to That's what they want, right?
Yep.
Garage employees. Okay. And then calculate distance between crew member. Oh, that's this too? How do I calculate this? Calculate
Yep.
distance?
So you have the crew member as one, and then the garage centroid that you just renamed should come through on that second one.
Yeah, that's this one, and everything else
Yep.
stays the same. Return a distance of 0, output.
Yeah, I think that
calculate
should be
distance.
fine.
And then for the filters, distance miles. No. Okay, this one should be less than or equal to 1,000. And now in the true section, that you guys also got 4.
Yes, 4. Okay, perfect. So
Good,
let me
thank you.
share my screen and I can put that in. So, oops. Okay, 4. Nice. Okay, so what is next?
Okay,
Identify the thief with the highest thief score. So this is on here. Oh, top priority, uncover the car thief. Is this where I'm supposed to look at?
See another blackboard. And we did the papers on the ground, right? We just did that one.
Yeah. I don't
Is
know
it
what this
the
is.
laptop?
Oh, is
Oh,
this right?
how many garages do the remaining suspects and car parts order?
Did we miss something? Oh,
Which
yeah.
one was that?
Oh, okay, we missed the binder on the previous clue. How many garages did the remaining suspects send car part orders to? Wait. Let me just share the workflow again because I think we missed the binder on this one.
So it's how many garages? So probably how many unique garages?
How many garages did the remaining suspects send car part orders to?
So it would be the join of the 2.
or do we just
Right.
how many records we have? 37. Because
37?
I mean,
But there's repeated garages in that though, I think. So if I look at the browse tool, I see 10 unique garages.
mm,
In the profile section.
Garage ID. We try 10?
I think, does that make sense? Because it's asking for how many
How many
garages, right?
garages? Let's see. Nice. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, here's the last challenge. You've arrived at the suspect's garage, but you don't know the thief's name. Let's narrow it down to one person. Okay. And this is now this board. So it's either Justin, Hector, Gilbert, or Caesar. So change age field type to integer. And so we're taking the true,
mhm.
change age fields type to integer. 16. Calculate new field thief score by distance times age.
Mm,
So new field thief score. Distance times age. Sort beep score in ascending order. And then select top suspect.
Yes, that's what I got too.
Did everyone get, well, let me know when everyone has their answer.
Is it? I have my answer, I think.
Caesar.
Caesar, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yay!
Great.
You found the
Yay.
thief.
Well done.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're almost
I
a
have a
little
feeling
over
we
an
didn't make,
hour.
I don't know if we'll make the leaderboard. Wow, is this 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
insane.
get the feeling those are some of these may have been like
Oh,
inside
we're at number
jobs.
5. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know how often this resets, but I will tell you that when I did a trial run through, you don't see admin on there. So when I did a trial run through, I didn't finish. I just got to the end and then backed out just to make sure it was working. So yeah, I was not
And
trying
look
to
at
set the speed
we're
record.
we're the top with 0 wrong.
That is true. You all were
Oh,
remarkably
that's good.
precise.
Yeah.
You were
feedback.
this close to clicking OK on one wrong answer. I was on the edge of my seat there, and
Oh my God, that was
you took your
very
time and you
cool.
got it. So yeah, well done. One thing that I wanted towards the end, I know Esther was taking some notes throughout. One thing I wanted to hit on towards the end, when you guys, great job identifying that you had to find the unique garages and that there were duplicates. When you go into the browse tool, if you click the header in the results field, it will show you a data profile that is much more robust than just going into the configuration pane and seeing all of the fields there. So if one of you wants to just bring up your screen and just go to any, or I can, I suppose.
I can share mine because I have it.
Okay. Yeah, just pull it up. Yeah, just go to any browse tool towards the end there is probably best. And then just go
Off of
yeah.
one of these.
Yeah, go to profile and click the, yeah, okay. So click any of the headers in the results pane. Click any of the column headers. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So see, this is a numeric field, so it's going to give you a certain kind of data profile for numeric. So it's going to give you, it's not super robust because these are all just, kind of
Oh,
low numbers,
unique.
but yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's a string. You can see the type right there is VString. And it's going to show you, yeah, how many records, how many unique, if you've got any boogers in there, if you got nulls or empties or leading or trailing spaces is usually what triggers a not okay field. But then length statistics is what you're going to get for strings. So what's the longest, what's the shortest string? They're all 3 in here. But if you go to a numeric field, it's going to give you your interquartile range, your max, your min numbers. Yeah, there you go. Standard dev, sum, median. I don't think it does mode. It does mode on string fields, but yeah. So, and then if you scroll to the bottom, you can just go in and see all your unique values, unless there's millions of them, and then
I want to see
it's
that.
going to truncate it.
Okay, perfect. That's
But yeah,
very cool.
browse to is super cool, especially if you're working with big data sets, because that's the one way your input output anchors are only going to show you about 1 megabyte of data. So they're going to give you kind of a snapshot, but it's going to be whatever's on top. And so that can be kind of biased. If you're looking to sanity check some data and see what's in there, you're only going to see the top part of the data. And the bigger the data set, the more bias you're likely to get from that. When you insert a browse tool, it does slow down your workflow, especially if you have a bunch of them and if you're working with a big data set. But the browse tool is the way that you can see all of your data. And if you go into that data profile, it's going to summarize everything. So no matter how many numbers are in there, it'll calculate all of those summary stats for you. That's why it slows it down a little bit, because the browse tools are always dealing with the whole data set. So they don't get to kind of skim off the top and do things on the cheap.
That's true of any browse, or only when it's off of one of those spatial things?
Every browse tool.
Okay,
Yep.
that's not a browse.
Every browse tool will show you the whole data set. If you want to sit there in your results pane and scroll down, my last job, I had one client would have, 1.5 million rows of data every month. And so if I wanted to sit there like a giant Excel file and just scroll like a dummy all the way down the little scroll bar, that was available to me in the browse tool, not in other tools. In other tools, it shows you whatever 1 megabyte works out to be. It'll show you that. So the wider your data, the more fields you have, the less rows you're going to have. Yeah.
So
Is that good time?
When we want
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was great.
if we
Yeah,
want to practice this on ourselves, we can just go to that website and put a random name and then do all these steps again.
Probably.
It works like that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it goes down for maintenance every once in a while, but yeah, I don't know how often we change this. It's been, I don't know, I've probably done this thing 6 or 7 times now. But yeah,
Do you
usually.
typically host it? Because we have one coming up in May. I don't know if you know. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you've got to have, I mean, to get me and Esther, or me or Esther, you have to have enablement hours. So you got to work through your customer success manager.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who we have
to work that out.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But whoever kind of administers your Alteryx should at least know who your CSM is.
Yep.
And